Hello, my name is Leah Sugarman. Welcome to your high intensity flow. For this practice, no props are absolutely essential, but feel free to grab any props that you like to use in your practice and just have them nearby. And then begin in a tabletop position on all fours. So align your shoulders roughly over your wrists, align your hips roughly over your knees. And then inhale, relax the weight of your belly down, hug your shoulder blades together, expand your chest, option to look up. Exhale, ground against your palms, round your back body, hug your navel in and up and gaze toward it. Inhale, soften your belly down, open your heart. Exhale, round and curl through your whole spine. Now continue to move just like this. Follow your own rhythm of breath and really start to link the movement of your body with the movement of your breath. Set a really nice pace to your breathing and strive to keep this pace consistent even as you start to move faster, even as the intensity starts to pick up. Take one more breath in each direction. And then on your next inhale, find yourself back in a neutral position. Stretch the crown of your head forward, lengthen your tailbone behind you, and inhale, reach your right leg back behind you. Shift your weight into your right hand, rise to your left fingertips, hug in around your center, and then reach and extend your left arm forward in front of you. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, curl and round your spine as you draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and extend out. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, curl in on yourself. Inhale, reach and extend, and release your left hand down to the floor. Open your right hip, turn your toes to face toward the right, and then ground down firmly into your left hand so you can rise to your right fingertips. Draw in around your belly, take a deep inhale, and then root down firmly against the floor to float your right arm up toward the sky. You're welcome to tuck your left toes underneath to help stabilize your balance here. Inhale deeply, option to stay as you are. Exhale, option to draw your elbow and your knee toward each other as you crunch in around your right side body. Inhale, lengthen and extend back out. This time reach your right arm over your head. Exhale, crunch in on yourself. Draw elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend back out. And then exhale, soften and release your hand and your knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your left leg back behind you. Activate strongly. Hug in around your center. Shift your weight to your left hand and rise to your right fingertips. When you feel stable, reach and extend your right arm forward. Lengthen your spine. And then on your exhale, curl and round your back body. Draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, round and curl. Draw elbow to knee. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, curl in on yourself. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor. Open your left hip, turn your toes toward the left. Ground down into your right hand and your right knee to rise to your left fingertips, and then root firmly against the floor to sweep your left arm up. Option to tuck your right toes underneath to help stabilize your balance. You're welcome to stay here or inhale deeply, and then as you exhale, crunch and curl in on yourself. Draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and expand back out. This time reach your left arm overhead. Exhale, crunch and curl in. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, draw elbow toward knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen and extend. And then exhale, release your hand and your knee back down to the floor. Walk your hands forward about one palm's distance. Tuck your toes underneath. Lift your knees from the floor and send your sitting bones high into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll your weight forward into plank. Align your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, send your sit bones high back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll your weight forward toward plank. Exhale, lift your hips high. Always have the option to bend your knees in down dog. Inhale, roll your weight forward. Exhale, lift your hips high. Do this 2 more times. Follow your own rhythm of breath. Check if the rhythm of your breath is still that same consistent beat that you set. The next time you find yourself in down dog, stay there, and then inhale, look forward to the top of your mat. Lift your heels up high and softly bend your knees. Keep your hips held high so that you have some buoyancy here. Take a full breath in, and then a long breath out. And at the bottom of your exhale, when all the air is released, you have the option to either step or lightly float your feet forward between your hands. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. You can rest your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale, bend your knees deeply. Sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, bend your knees deeply. Sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold and release your torso forward and down. Straighten your legs as much as you'd like. Inhale, bend your knees. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fold and release forward. Do this one more time. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms high, and this time stay as you are. Draw your hands to meet at your heart and sink your hips low. Energetically squeeze your legs toward each other. Draw in around your belly. Three-dimensionally hug in around your whole center. Lengthen the crown of your head up. Sink your seat a little bit deeper. Inhale here. Exhale, root firmly into both feet to rise up to stand. Then bend back deeply into your knees. Sink back low into your chair. Root firmly against your feet. Rise back up to stand. Then bend deeply into your knees and sink low into your chair. Inhale, ground against the floor to rise up. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Sit your seat back behind you. Inhale, ground down, rise up. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Option to continue as you are. Option to reach your arms forward in front of you as you flow. Follow your own breath. Sink your seat as low as you can go. Take one more breath. And the next time you find yourself in chair pose, stay there. Energetically hug your legs together. Sit your seat back behind you. Hug in around your center. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and release the weight of your torso forward and down over your legs. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees until you can plant your palms and step back into a high plank position. Root firmly against the floor, elongate your back body, kick back through your heels, and then reach your left toes over toward off of the left side of your mat to tap down. Inhale, bring your foot back in. This time reach your right toes off of the right side of your mat, tap your toes down, and then walk your foot back into a neutral plank. Tap your left toes to the left, come back into center, tap your right toes to the right, come back to center. Continue to move just like this. Follow your own rhythm of breath. Take one more tap to each side. And then on your next breath, send your hips up high into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, open your mouth, release a sighing sound. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release a sigh. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh out your mouth. And on your next inhale, reach your right leg up toward the sky. Exhale, draw your knee in toward your nose, round your whole back body, and shift your weight forward toward plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee toward your nose, round your back body, root your weight forward. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee toward your nose, round your spine, look forward, and step your foot forward next to your right thumb. Ground down firmly against both feet to reach and extend your arms up toward the sky. Bend your front knee deeply, sink low in your hips, and activate your back leg strongly. Inhale, elongate your back, and as you exhale, bend your back knee, let it hover just above the floor. Inhale, straighten and extend your back leg. Exhale, bend your knee. Let it hover above the floor. Inhale, straighten and extend. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, straighten and extend. Now this time, keep your back leg strong. Lift up tall through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lean the weight of your torso forward. Hover above your front thigh. Root firmly against your feet to slowly draw yourself back up into a lunge. Exhale, lean your weight forward. Inhale, lift your torso back up high. Exhale, lean your weight forward. Inhale, lift your torso high. This time, lean your weight forward, swing your arms back behind you, reach out through your fingers and reach out in the opposite direction through the crown of your head. Ground down into your right foot so you can spring off of your back leg and immediately kick it straight back behind you. Scissor your legs apart from each other. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your front knee, tap your left toes down, reach your arms back up high. Exhale, lean your weight forward, swing your arms behind you, ground into your right foot and spring off of your back leg. Bend into your front knee, tap your left toes down, reach your arms high. Exhale, lean your weight forward, reach your arms behind you, spring off of your back leg. Bend your front knee deeply, tap your toes down, reach your arms high. Lean your weight forward, reach your arms behind you, spring off of your back leg, and this time bend your knee, draw your knee in towards your chest. As you rise up to stand, bring your hands to meet at your heart. Grow tall through your back body. Ground firmly into your standing leg. Option to stay here. Option to reach and extend your left leg forward in front of you. You can straighten it as much as you comfortably can. Option to spin and twist your whole torso toward the left. Option to reach your arms in opposite direction. Stretch your right arm forward, reach your left arm back. Inhale deeply. If you twisted, exhale, unwind your twist. If your leg is straight, bend back into your knee. Stretch your left leg back behind you and tap your toes back down to the floor. Elongate your spine, stretch your arms to the sky. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, spin your whole torso toward the right. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Stretch your right arm back, reach your left arm forward. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, lean your weight forward. Tap your left fingers toward the floor, but don't let them reach. Ground down firmly into your right foot, and when you feel stable, spring off of your back leg, immediately kick it back behind you, and keep the rotation through your torso. Float and hover above the floor. Inhale deeply, stabilize your balance. Exhale, bend into your standing leg, ground your left hand to the floor. Roll to the pinky side of your left foot. An option to release the ball of your right foot in front of your left knee, or to stack your legs on top of each other. Ground down against everything in contact with the floor and reach your right arm high. Inhale deeply. Option to stay here. Or option to exhale, draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. If you take that option, inhale, lengthen and extend your right arm over your head. Kick out through your right foot. Exhale, draw elbow and knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and extend out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen and extend out. Release your hand and your foot to the floor into a plank position. Ground down against the mat, elongate your spine. From here, tap your left toes to the outsides of the left side of your mat, and then draw them back in. Tap your right toes toward the right. Draw them back. Tap your left toes to the left. Draw them back. Tap your right toes to the right, and draw them back. Continue to move. Follow your own breath. Keep that slow, steady, consistent beat. Just readjust your breath however you need to. Take one more tap in each direction. And then lift your hips up high into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, release a sigh. Do this 2 more times, follow your own breath. And then on your next inhale, sweep your left leg to the sky. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, round your back, shift your weight forward to align shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, round your spine. Inhale, reach your leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, round your back body, look forward, and step your left foot next to your left thumb. Activate both legs strongly, root firmly against the floor, and sweep and extend your arms up toward the sky. Bend your front knee deeply, kick back through your right foot. Inhale, lengthen your back body. Exhale, bend your back knee, let it hover above the floor. Inhale, stretch and extend. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, stretch and extend. Exhale, bend and hover. Inhale, stretch and extend. This time, keep your back leg strong. Grow tall through your spine as you inhale. And exhale, lean the weight of your torso forward. Hover above your front thigh. Inhale, root firmly against the floor to rise back up. Exhale, lean your torso forward. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lean your torso forward. Inhale, rise back up. This time, lean your torso forward and swing your arms back behind you. Reach out through your fingertips. Stretch out through the crown of your head. Ground down into your left foot, so much so that you can spring off of your back leg and immediately kick it behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into your standing leg. Tap your right toes to the floor. Sweep your arms up high. Exhale, lean your weight forward. Spring off of your back leg. Kick it back behind you. Bend your front knee deeply, tap down, rise up into a lunge. Exhale, lean forward, spring off your back leg into a warrior three. Bend your front knee deeply, rise back up into a lunge. Lean the weight of your torso forward, reach your arms back behind you. Ground down into your left foot so you can spring off your back leg, and then bend your right knee deeply as you rise all the way up to stand. Draw your right knee to your chest. Bring your hands to meet at your heart. Root firmly into your left leg. Grow tall through your back. Option to stay here, or option to reach and extend your right leg forward in front of you. Option to stay here, or option to twist your whole torso toward the right, and maybe reach your arms in opposite directions. Inhale deeply. If you twisted, unwind your twist. If your knee is straight, bend back into your right leg. Bend into your left leg now. Tap your right toes down. Rise back up into a high lunge. And then spiral and twist your whole torso to the left. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Stretch your left arm back. Reach your right arm forward. Now keep this rotation in your torso. And lean the weight of your torso forward. Reach your right fingertips toward the floor, but don't let them touch as you send your left arm high. Ground down into your left leg, so much so that you can spring off your back leg and immediately energize it. Kick back through your right foot as you continue to spiral and rotate your torso. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your standing leg, tap your back toes down. Release your right hand to the floor, keep your left arm stretched up to the sky, and roll to the pinky side of your right foot. Option to release the ball of your left foot in front of your right knee into a little kickstand, or option to stack your feet on top of each other. Ground down against the floor, option to stay here, or inhale deeply. And then exhale, draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and extend out if you take that option. Exhale, crunch and curl. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, crunch and curl. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, crunch and curl. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Release your hand and your foot to the floor into a plank position. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lift your hips high into downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, release a sigh. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, release a sigh. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, release a sighing sound. And then look forward between your hands. Lift your heels high, soften your knees. At the bottom of your exhale, either step or lightly float your feet forward between your hands. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, graze your fingertips to the floor, sweep your arms high, sit your seat low. Inhale, lengthen your back body. Exhale, release your seat a little bit closer to the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, release your seat lower. Inhale, lengthen your spine. This time, exhale, release your seat all the way down to the floor. Squeeze your legs toward each other. Ground down against your sitting bones. Lift and lengthen your spine. Stretch your arms forward in front of you and flex your ankles. Lift your toes from the floor. Lean your weight back ever so slightly to lift your feet from the floor. Keep squeezing your legs together. Grow even taller through your back body. Stabilize your breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And then slowly lower the weight of your whole body down to the floor to hover just above the mat as you straighten your legs and round your back body. Inhale here. Exhale, release. All the way down to the floor. Pause for a moment. Let your body completely relax. Let your breath relax. And then when you're ready, bend into your knees. Plant your feet down against the mat. Relax your arms by your sides. Turn your palms to face up. Broaden your chest. And then root down evenly into your feet and your shoulders to lift your hips up away from the floor. Exhale, slowly release your hips back down. Inhale, root evenly into your feet and your shoulders. Lift your hips. Exhale, slowly release back down. Do this 3 more times. Follow your own rhythm of breath. Again, allow your breath to guide the motion. And then the next time your hips are lifted, keep them there. And take tiny little pulses. Dip your hips to hover above the floor, and then lift them back up. Dip your hips just a little, and then lift them back up into your high bridge. Follow your breath. Let it naturally flow through you as you take these pulsations in your lower body. Take one more breath. And then slowly release your hips down to the floor. Pause for a moment. Let everything soften. And then when you're ready, bring your feet to touch. Squeeze your legs toward each other and lift your feet off the floor. Draw your shins parallel to the mat. Align your knees roughly over your hips. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your head. Relax the weight of your head into your arms. Press your lower back down into the floor so you hug in around your whole belly. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, tap your right toes down to the mat. Draw your right toes back up, and then tap your left toes back down to the mat. Inhale, draw your left toes up. Exhale, tap your right toes down. Inhale, draw your leg back up. Exhale, tap your left toes down. Now you have the option to continue moving just like this, or you have the option to keep this action in your lower body as you lift your head and chest up off the floor, lift your shoulder blades away from the floor, and lengthen the back of your neck. Let the weight of your head rest into your arms. All the while, keep your lower back pressing down into the floor. Wherever you are, take one more tap down on each leg. And then pause and hold. If your head is lifted, keep it there. Squeeze your legs together. Press your lower back down into the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release everything down to the floor. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And if it feels nice, gently sway your hips from side to side and massage your lower back. Now keep your knees as they are, hug them in toward your chest, but release your arms and either open your arms out wide into a T shape so your arms are in line with your shoulders, or bend your elbows and create like a cactus shape through your arms. Soften the weight of your shoulders down and inhale, hug your knees in closely. And then as you exhale, gently release both knees over toward your left. Soften the weight of both shoulders into the mat. You're welcome to turn your head in any direction that you like. You can always keep it neutral and look straight up toward the ceiling. As you soften into this twist, just notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice if there's been any changes in your breath throughout your practice. And then on your next inhale, slowly draw your legs back to center. And exhale, release them all the way over to the opposite side. Again, melt the weight of both of your shoulders down. Turn your head in any direction that you like. And soften into the release. Allow yourself to let go as you allow your heart rate to slow now. On your next breath, slowly draw both knees back in towards your chest. Again, give yourself a big hug. Draw everything in closely. Inhale, lift the weight of your head and chest up off the floor. Draw your forehead toward your knees as you round your whole spine. And then exhale, let everything go. Release your legs, stretch them forward toward the bottom of your mat. Let your feet be roughly as wide as your mat. Soften and release your arms by your sides. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And either soften your gaze or close your eyes completely. Allow the full weight of your body to sink into the earth. Bring your attention back to your breath. And just notice how it flows through you. And just follow the gentle dance of your own breath as you surrender into this final resting pose, Savasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Bring some gentle awareness back into your body. Slowly wiggle your fingers and move your toes. Stretch your arms up over your head and lengthen from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Take a big stretch through your whole body. And then when you're ready, draw both knees in towards your chest and roll over onto one side. And gently press the floor away from you to rise up into a seat. And just find any comfortable seated position as you lengthen your back, soften your shoulders, and maybe close your eyes. And just take notice of any changes that this practice may have created. Bring your palms to meet at your heart. Bow your chin in toward yourself. Acknowledge all of your hard work. Thank you for sharing your practice. I'll see you next time.